Hello. Hello. How are you today? Are you well? I hope you made the most of the good weather recently. I hope you went out into the sun. Maybe the next time we see each other, you will have a very nice colour, maybe. Maybe you will have a nice beard like me. Yeah, maybe. We will see. Now, did you have time to look at some of the vocabulary from last week? Do you remember last week we talked about the Getty dynasty? It was a tragic dynasty. Okay, so how do you say, no notes, just your memory. How do you say in English la matière première? La matière première. Yeah, it's the raw material. The raw material. Raw means cru. It's raw. The raw materials. Okay, before transformation. Now, what is the raw material for petrol, or in America, gas? What is the raw material? What do we take from the earth? Yeah, oil. The oil. So we talk about oil barrels, the number of barrels produced, oil politics, etc. Okay. How do you say la preuve pour quelque chose? So Sherlock Holmes found the proof. The proof. Okay, good. How do you say, it's an adjective, avarice? Avarice. Yeah. He didn't like spending money. He was full of meanness. So remember, avare is mean. Good. Okay, how do you say une faute d'orthographe? Yeah, it's a spelling mistake. Orthographe is spelling. It's very difficult at the moment. In isolation, I am a French teacher, not an English teacher, a French teacher for my little children at primary school. But my French grammar and my French spelling are not very good. So I try my best. But I make lots of spelling mistakes. Now, how do you say, what is the verb for diriger ou gérer an entreprise? I say, a business. What is the verb? I run a business. So Bob runs a successful business. Remember my friend Bob? Okay, how do you say exiger quelque chose? J'ai exigé quelque chose. Yeah. So for me, it's to demand. Exiger is to demand something. Yeah. Et demander is to ask. Okay, so be careful. Okay, good. How do you say battre? So I don't know. Manchester United. Liverpool in football, so battre, ils ont battu. They beat Liverpool. Okay, so it's to beat. Now, a little more sad. How do you say enterrer quelqu'un? Enterrer quelqu'un, il était enterré, Yeah, it's to bury. It's got a U, to bury. And remember, this was the vocabulary from the Getty article. Okay. How do you say changer d'avis? J'ai changé mon avis. Yeah, is I changed my mind, or he changed his mind. So to change one's mind. Okay, good. How do you say hériter de quelque chose? Yeah, so it's to inherit something. Again, this is from the Getty article. Good. And how do you say l'héritier? So the person who inherits is the heir. The heir, remember. So you say Prince Charles is the heir to the throne. And normally we pronounce the H, but with heir we don't pronounce the H. Certain exceptions, we don't pronounce the H. Heir is one. Honest is another. Okay, now how do you say une grotte? Une grotte. So near here we have Père non Père, la grotte. Yeah, it's a cave. It's a cave. Now, and remember, be careful. We have cave, c'est une grotte. But how do you say la cave? Yeah, it's the cellar. So, for example, the wine cellar. Good. And how do you say aveugle? Yeah, blind. So, blind is the word. Okay, and one more. How do you say mettre un enfant en pension? Mettre un enfant en pension pour l'école. Yeah, so it's to send a child to boarding school. Boarding school. So Harry Potter, went to a boarding school, for example. I didn't go to a boarding school. No. My sister and my brother went to a boarding school, but they didn't board. They didn't live at the school. It was a boarding school, but they came home every night. Okay? Okay, well, very good. Now, so, well, today I want to look at vocabulary for different big events in life. So what are some of the major events in life? What do you think? So the first major event is birth. Birth is a major event. Okay. Maybe marriage is a major event. Marriage was not a major event for me. It was just me and my wife, in fact, very small. But maybe if there is a problem in the marriage, remember Henry VIII? Henry VIII, he did not have a successful marriage. He had 6 marriages. He's like Joan Collins from Dynasty. Yeah. So he decapitated some wives, but when he did not decapitate his wives, how did he finish the relationship, Henry VIII? Yeah, he divorced. Yeah, he divorced. And remember, marriage and divorce, and normally we prefer the verb get. So I get married. First I get engaged. I get married, and I get divorced. We prefer with get. Okay. And then maybe the other end of life, the last thing. Yeah, we die. We have death. Not a happy subject, but the vocabulary is important. Unfortunately, we arrive at the vocabulary for death in the middle of a pandemic. So it's just a coincidence, but not a good coincidence. So I'm very sorry, but we try to approach the vocabulary, with good humour, because the subject is not very happy, in fact. Okay, good. Now, do you have your books? Yes, Dan. We do. So, can you turn to page 92 in the book? Page 92. We have big events in life. Birth. We have marriage. Remember, the words with A-G-E are normally pronounced ij. So garage, marriage, for example. Okay, marriage, le mariage, marriage. Okay, so birth, la naissance, marriage, and finally death. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, well, we don't need to do every exercise at the moment, but here we have, this is Sophie. It's just for the vocabulary, in fact. So here we have certain words. Birth in exercise number 2. Birth, pregnant, expecting, weighed, we don't pronounce the GH, so weighed, busy, born, and the strange word, due. Okay, now you have a little text here. So stop the video, try to put the words in the text, okay, and we will see if you are correct. Okay. Okay. So did you try? So we had, and you can read with me for pronunciation. So Sophie's pregnant. She's expecting a baby. The baby is due in 4 weeks. Okay. She gave birth to a baby boy. He was born at 3 a.m. last night. He weighed 3.4 kilos. Okay, now due, so when is the baby due? So we translate with devoir or prévoir. So quand doit naître le bébé? Quand doit naître le bébé? When is the baby due? Or I can say, I don't know, imagine Bob. I say, Bob devrait arriver en Argentine demain. Bob is due in Argentina tomorrow, or Bob is due to arrive in Argentina tomorrow. So due is the expected time, the expected date. Well, I can say, imagine I am at the train station. I look at my watch. So where is the train? The train is late. The train was due 20 minutes ago. It is late. So to be due is to give the expected time. Okay, well, very good. So pregnant, enceinte. Okay, excellent. Now, marriage. So the same exercise. We have married, widowed, single, divorced, and engaged. Okay, so same idea. Here we have different stages in a person's life. Okay, so what is picture number one? What is the best word? So he's single. So then, before the wedding, they're engaged, fiancé. Or number three, they're married. Number four, dun dun dun, Henry VIII. They're divorced, but it's okay. She has her head, no problem. And finally, number five, she's widowed. So her husband has died. She's widowed. So you have a widow, c'est une veuve, and for the man is a widower, un veuf, and a widow, une veuve. Okay, so she is a widow. She's widowed. Okay, because her husband has died. Now, here we have number four. Well, it's not very interesting, number four, but it's really for the vocabulary. So stop the video again. Look at the different stages, les étapes, in the life, in Nina's life. So put them in, a logical order. Okay, and then we will see if you understand the vocabulary. Okay, different orders are possible, of course, but what is a classic order? Okay. Okay, no problem. So number one, so Nina and Ted started going out, sortir ensemble, going out, when they were 17 years old. Probably, I imagine, they got engaged. Se fiancer is to get engaged. They got engaged 2 years later. And I imagined they got married in 2002 in a registry office. Yeah. So the registry office is just the town hall. Okay. It's the place to register a wedding at the town hall. Okay. And remember, wedding is the event, les noces, and marriage is, after. So I am married, but les noces is the day, the event, the wedding. Okay, so the registry office à la mairie. Okay, then we have delicious honey, the honeymoon. Yeah, the lune de miel. Okay, they went to Venice. Very romantic. Then they had a son, no problem, Sam. Okay, but then the marriage started to go wrong. Tourner mal is to go wrong. Everything went wrong in the life of Mr. Getty. Yeah, do you remember? Okay, so problems in the marriage, it went wrong. And then they split up. Oh no, they split up. Maybe they broke up. They split up. So they separated. They split up. They broke up. Split, to split up, to separate. It's irregular verb. Split, split, split. Like cut, 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 cut. Split, split, split. Put, put, put. It's a perfect verb. They split up. They split up last year. And they got divorced in 2008. Not very good. But then, happy event, Nina remarried. She married Robert. Bob, a colleague from work. It's not a good idea. You shouldn't marry Bob. It's a very bad idea. Okay, and finally, it's their anniversary today. They have been married since 2010. The present perfect. Very good. And remember, what is the difference? Anniversary and birthday? Yeah, so anniversary is for an event, and birthday is for the birth of a person. So I am 22 years old. Today is my birthday. But we have the wedding anniversary, the anniversary of a big event. Okay? Okay, good. Now, I don't want to listen to 11.6. We will continue to the death vocabulary. Bom, 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 bom. I'm sorry, today is the day. Okay. So again, the same idea. Here we have some vocabulary on the tombstone. Yeah, it's a nice image. Okay. But we saw some vocabulary last week. So died, funeral, dead, death, died of, because of, miss, monkey, and alive, vivant. Okay, good. So again, stop the video, try to complete the text here. Okay. So the answers are, are your grandparents still alive? Are they still alive? So still, they continue to be. Are they still alive? Toujours. Oh, my grandmother is. My grandfather died before I was born. Remember, to die is a regular verb. Yeah, so not my grandfather is dead before I was born. No, my grandfather died. It's just a regular verb. But the event, the death of his uncle came as a great shock. It was totally, completely unexpected. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Or number 3, the cause. He died of a heart attack. Les obsèques. The funeral is next Thursday. The funeral. Okay. And number 4. Oh, do you still have your dog? No. He's been dead. He's been dead a long time. I miss him terribly. Now, he's been dead a long time because it is a bit strange, but it starts in the past, it continues until now, and it will continue, the situation, to be dead. So he died, and now he has been dead, my dog, he has been dead for 2 years. Okay, and it continues. So we can use the present perfect with be dead. I know this is strange for you, but it's natural for me. Okay. Now, very good. So I'm sorry for the dark vocabulary today. Now, I have just to lighten the mood with the terrible vocabulary, I have just a little joke with my friend Bob. So 2 jokes. So listen to this. So first, Bob is talking to his friend Rachel. Rachel asked Bob to feed, donner à manger, to feed her cat when she was on holiday. And then, so Rachel talks to Bob. Okay?
How's my little cat?
Well, your cat is dead.
What? You shouldn't give me bad news like that. You should do it slowly. At first, you should say that she was playing on the roof. The second time, you should say the same thing. The third time, you should tell me that she slipped and died.
Sorry. I'll tell you like that the next time I look after a cat.
How's my cousin Sophie?
Sophie? Well, she's playing on the roof at the moment.
And then Bob wants to go to the airport and he gets in a taxi.
Driver, can I ask you something?
I nearly crashed.
Wow, I just touched your shoulder. Why did you jump?
Sorry. It's my first day in a taxi. I've been driving a hearse for 20 years.
Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry for the terrible jokes. I'm sorry. But, the vocabulary is not happy, so we try to lighten the mood. Okay, here. So here we have everyday English, l'anglais quotidien. We have again the 4 stages, les étapes in life: birth, wedding, divorce, and finally death. Okay. So the same idea. We have little natural conversations for the 4 events. And again, you have different vocabulary. So stop the video, the same exercise. Try to put the vocabulary in the conversations. Okay? Okay, not bad. Well, let's listen to the vocabulary. Let's listen to the conversations, and we can check. Remember, we cannot speak at the moment, but if you memorize the little conversations, you learn the little conversations by heart. Honestly, it is a really good way to learn English. Okay, so if you are very enthusiastic, you can memorize the little conversations, and then listen again, test yourself, and try to remember the exact lines, the exact dialogue. Okay, so good exercise if you are enthusiastic. But let's listen to the conversations.
Tape script 11.7. Good news, bad news. 1.
My wife had a baby last night.
Congratulations! Was it a boy or girl?
A boy, William James.
How much did he weigh?
4.1 kilos.
Oh, a big boy. How are mother and baby doing?
They're fine.
Oh, that's wonderful. Give her my love when you see her.
I will do. Thanks.
2.
Alfie and I have got engaged.
That's fantastic news. Congratulations.
Do you like my ring?
Wow, diamonds. It's beautiful. When's the wedding?
We're thinking of getting married next spring.
I hope I'm invited.
Of course you are. I want you to be a bridesmaid.
Really? I'd love that. I've never been one before.
3.
Have you heard about Bill and Josie?
No. What's happened?
Well, they've been having a tough time recently.
I know, they haven't been getting on well at all.
Well, they finally decided to split up.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What a shame.
Yes, I always thought they were so good together.
4.
We lost Grandpa last week.
I know. Your dad told me. I'm so sorry. He was a lovely man. Everyone was really fond of him.
He and Grandma were together nearly 60 years.
That's incredible. How old was he?
88.
And how's your grandma coping?
She's okay. She's got her family around her.
Well, I'm sure you all have wonderful memories of him.
Okay, not too difficult. Maybe you are trying to learn the conversations by heart, maybe. Okay, just for the vocabulary. So if you say, give her my love, it's like, say hello from me. Give her my love. It's like, say hello from me. Give her my love. Okay, what is a bridesmaid? A bridesmaid? Yeah, c'est la fille d'honneur, demoiselle d'honneur. Yeah. So at a wedding, remember, you have the groom is the man, the bride is the woman, and normally the best friend of the bride is the bridesmaid. The bridesmaid. Okay? And for the man, you have the best man. Okay, good. The ring, obviously. Alliance is the wedding ring. Okay, good. If you say, well, number 3, a tough time is a difficult time. Remember, split up is to separate. What is to get on with someone? To get on. I get on with my neighbour. Yes, c'est s'entendre bien. We get on with each other. I get on with him. I get on with her. Okay? If you say, what a shame. What is a shame? Well, it's strange. So shame literally is la honte, but the expression what a shame, it's a shame is dommage, c'est dommage. Yeah, c'est triste, c'est dommage. Okay? And then number 4. Yes, number 4. We have coping. So how is your grandma coping? So to cope with a problem, to cope with a difficult situation. This is faire face à. Yeah. So you can say at the moment with the crisis, it is difficult to cope with the pandemic. The government is coping well, or maybe the government is coping badly. Or I say, it was too much for me. I couldn't cope. So faire face à quelque chose, to cope with. Excellent. So we have good news, bad news. Okay, now I don't want to talk about bad news at the moment. No. Okay. I want safe subjects. I want to have an easy life in general. Okay. Now imagine you are at a bus stop and you want to start an innocent conversation with someone at the bus stop. What do you talk about normally? What is the first thing you can say? Yeah, probably you talk about the weather. It's a very safe conversation, the weather. Everyone has a safe opinion. Okay, good. Everything is in common. Now, how do you say la prévision? Yeah, it's the weather forecast. Now, what's the weather forecast? What's the weather forecast for tomorrow? Well, I don't know. Or what was the weather like yesterday? Okay. So what is the forecast today? What will the weather be like tomorrow? What is the forecast? What was the weather like yesterday? Okay. And remember, weather, normally in English, we prefer adjectives. So I don't normally say, the sun is shining. No, normally it's adjective. It's sunny, it's rainy, it's cloudy, it's windy. Yeah. It was sunny, it was rainy, it was windy. Or maybe the future. I think it's going to be sunny. I think it's going to be rainy. I think it's going to be cloudy. Or I think it'll be rainy. I think it'll be sunny. I think it'll be cloudy, etc. Okay, so just the adjective, normally. Okay, now, the reason for this, well, take your books, turn to page 94 in your books of Unit 12, just wondering. So to wonder, I wonder. Let's say se demander. I don't say I ask myself. No, I wonder. Se demander. So I wonder. Okay, so we talk about the weather forecast. So sunny, windy, rainy, l'orage, stormy. Okay. Now the reason for this is I want to talk about the first conditional. So conditional sentences with if. okay, with a completed condition in them. Okay. In English, the first conditional is sentences normally with if, and the second part with the future, so will or going to. The second conditional, we say, is for a sentence with if, and the second part is would. Okay? And the third conditional is a sentence with if, normally, and the past conditional in English, so would have, normally. Okay? But today, it's the first conditional, so sentences with if and the future, so will or going to. Now, do you remember how do you say in English que faites-vous ce soir or que fais-tu ce soir? Yeah, normally the natural question is what are you doing tonight? What are you doing? Okay. What are you doing this weekend? Now, look at page 94, exercise 1. Now read the little conversation, okay, and listen to the conversation.
Unit 12, Tape Script 12.1. Real Possibilities.
What are you doing this weekend?
If the weather's nice, we'll go for a picnic.
Ooh, sounds nice. Where to?
Not sure. We might go to the park, or we might go to the country.
Well, I'm sure you'll have fun.
Is it okay? So we have the future, so we have if and will in the conversation, but also we have the verb might. Now, so imagine I say, if it rains, I will go to the cinema. Why not? Or if it rains, I might go to the cinema. Do you see the difference? So will is more sure, might is less certain. So it's the same future function, but might is less certain. Okay, so s'il pleut, j'irai au cinéma. Ou s'il pleut, j'irai au cinéma peut-être. Yeah. So if it rains, I will go to the cinema. Or s'il pleut, j'irai au cinéma peut-être. If it rains, I might go to the cinema. I might, maybe, maybe not. You can say may or might, it's the same, more or less. Okay. So if it rains, I will go out. Donc s'il pleut, je sortirai. Or if it rains, I might go out. Je sortirai peut-être. Okay, so you see the difference. So he says, oh, I'm not sure. We might go to the park if it is sunny. So if it is sunny, I will go to the park. Or if it is sunny, I might go to the park. You can change the order, no problem. So I might go to the park if it is sunny, or I will, it's more certain, go to the park if it is sunny. Okay, so it's not too difficult. You can change the future, you can say, if it is sunny, I'm going to visit Bob. Or if it is sunny, I will visit Bob. Going to and will, you can change. But if and the future, this is the first conditional. Now, you can see, just for the grammar, you can see after if we use the present tense, not the future. Okay, so if it is sunny, I will go to the park. Not if it will be sunny, I will go to the park. No, so after if, we use the present. Okay, so if, present, and then the future for the consequence. Now, sometimes we use not if, sometimes we use when. Come on. Okay, so for example, how do you say in English, quand j'arriverai à New York, quand j'arriverai à New York, je vous appellerai. Quand j'arriverai, je vous appellerai. Well, we say when I arrive in New York, I will call you. Okay. Now, when and if, it's the same grammar. So it's when and the present, if and the present. Okay. So, quand j'arriverai, je vous appellerai. When I arrive, in the future, I will call you. Okay, so if and when, it's the present. Okay. Now, so you can see what's the difference between we'll go for a picnic and we might go to the park. The might is less sure than will. Okay? Or here, number 2. Well, stop the video again. Try to imagine similar conversations. So if, and we have the weather. So if, sunny, go swimming, destination, outdoor pool, or the river. Okay, so for example, if it is sunny, we will go swimming. Yeah. Oh, where will you go? Oh, we might go to the outdoor pool. We might go to the river. So it's less sure. We don't know. Okay, so stop the video. Try to make similar conversations for it rains and have time. Okay? Okay, did you make similar conversations? Well, listen to the audio. Let's compare your ideas. Okay?
Tape script 12.2. 1.
What are you doing this weekend?
If it's sunny, we'll go swimming.
Oh, sounds great. Where to?
Don't know. We might go to the outdoor pool or we might go to the river.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a good time.
2.
What are you doing this weekend?
Well, if it rains, we'll go shopping.
Sounds a good idea. Where to?
Not sure. We might go to the high street or we might go to a shopping centre.
Well, I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
3.
What are you doing this weekend?
If we have time, we'll see some friends.
Sounds good. What will you do?
Don't know. We might go to a restaurant, or we might just go to the pub.
Well, I'm sure you'll have fun.
Okay, are your ideas similar? You can see the dialogue at the back of the book. Okay, now let's look again at the grammar. We have the grammar spot. So it's easy questions. So in first conditional sentences, what is the tense, the time, after if? Yeah. It's the present. Okay. And what is the other form? The second part is the future, normally will. Okay, so if it is sunny, we will go to the park. So present and the future. Or we can change the order. We won't, we will not, we won't go out if it rains. So we can change the order. Okay. Now, number 2, the first conditional, this is the first conditional, it is a real, a possible future. It's not an imaginary future, it's not a dream, okay, it's a real possible future. It is possible to do the gardening. So if it is sunny, I will do the gardening, or maybe I might do the gardening. Okay, but tomorrow, if it is sunny, I will travel to Honolulu. No, it's not possible at the moment. So the first conditional is for a situation which is really possible. Okay. And number 3, so might, it's for something less certain. So perhaps, peut-être. Yeah. So I might go out, je sortirai peut-être. Or I might stay at home, je resterai chez moi peut-être. I might. Okay. And you have the grammar in the book as well. Okay, now look at the practice section here. Okay, so stop the video. Can you underline the best answer? Okay. Okay, so number 1, if I see Pete, I'll tell him I saw you. It's certain. It is polite to talk to Pete and give honest information. I might tell him. No, it's not. It's not natural. I will tell him. You are polite. Or number 2, I'll come and see you. If I have time, so if present, if I have time. Or number 3, I'm not sure. I might see you later. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, might. Or number 4, I'll collect, je vais chercher, I'll collect the kids from school if you want. Okay. So yeah, it's certain. It's not a probability. It's not a doubt. Maybe I will get the kids from school. Maybe not. No, the kids are important. I will get the kids from school. Well, number 5, if you arrive before me, wait by the door. So if and the present, if you arrive. Or number 6, if you tell me the secret, I won't say a word. to anyone else. No one else. I promise. Okay, good. Okay, good. So, is it okay? And remember, when it functions like if. So, when I arrive, I will call you. Okay, it's a good example to memorize. Okay, well, just to finish this section, a similar exercise. So I want to make natural conversations with the first conditional. Okay, so look here. We have the speech bubbles. The speech bubbles. So, what are you going to do? Qu'est-ce que vous allez faire? What are you going to do after school? I don't know. I might go home. I might go into town. Is to practice might. Okay. So, number one, for example, what are you going to do after school? This is the example. I don't know. I might go home, I might go into town. Okay, so think, what are the conversations? And then we will listen. Okay, so make the conversations now. Okay, you tried to use might for different possibilities. Okay, let's listen to the audio and see, we can compare. Okay.
Tape script 12.3. Going to and might. 1.
What are you going to do after school?
I don't know. I might go home, or I might go into town.
2.
Where are you going on your next holiday?
I'm not sure. I might go to Spain, or I might go to Turkey.
3.
What are you going to study at university?
I haven't decided. I might study languages, or I might study business.
4.
What are you going to buy Jane for her birthday?
I'm not sure. I might buy her a t-shirt, or I might buy her some makeup.
5.
When are you going to see your boyfriend again?
I don't know. I might see him on Friday night, or I might see him on Saturday afternoon.
Okay, so you are experts with the first conditional. Okay, well, I think if you are good students, you will do some homework. Oh, I might do some homework, Dan. Maybe. Okay, well, this week in the workbook, can you complete? Well, can you complete? Yeah. I think. Can you complete? So page 80, we have your favourite subject, pronunciation. So we have words that sound the same. So you must tick. You have to tick the words with the same sound. So number one, we have fair. Fair. Okay? So fair, fear, no. Fair, fire, no. Fair, fair, yes, has the same sound, air. Okay? And the fare, c'est le tarif pour un transport. The bus fare, the price for the bus. The train fare, the price for the train. The plane fare. So the fare, c'est le tarif pour un transport. Okay? So listen to the audio and tick the words with the same sound. And then you have different spellings. Remember spelling mistakes. You have the sound. So number 1 here is would. Would. So we have the conditional would, but also bois would. Yeah, le bois would. So try to find 2 different words with the same sound, okay? And then we have number 3. So again, you have the phonetic spelling and you must try to identify the correct word. Okay, and then you have a little crossword here for people in the arts. We looked at the Rolling Stones last week. And also, can you do, it's very short, just to start the first conditional, can you do page 81 here? So it's quite easy. You have some words here and you must put the words in the text. Okay? Make complete questions here with will. So what will you do if? What will you do if? So try to create complete questions and then match. So associate, match, connect the answers and the questions. Okay, this is the challenge. And learn the vocabulary from this week. It's not a lot this week. Okay, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Good luck.